fall in love is easy. But to stay in love, well, that's a very different story. It is a normal Monday morning in the kitchen of the Massey home in Connecticut.
Hey, Mom, don't forget my phone, boy.
I won't, honey. Be quiet, kids. I'll be there in just a second.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, sweetie.
Don't forget to press my slacks.
No, I won't. I'll do them.
Where's Ellen? Shouldn't she be doing this?
Oh, well, honey, her brother's sick. Hanging on the nail.
What nail?
In the garage, dear, in the garage.
Well, what's hanging on
two
it?
ball gloves.
There they are.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Have you got 2 dimes? Would you
Yes.
put one in each one of those bags, please, Paul? Good. That's milk money.
Well, don't they have a cafeteria at school?
Yes, but it's Monday of Spanish omelets.
The kids don't like Spanish omelets.
And I don't blame them. I don't either. I'll be right back here. Oh, dear. Did I get everything?
Here.
Honey! Oh, no. All right, I'll get it. Here you are, kids. Bye. Phew.
That's just exactly the kind of thing I was talking about last night.
What?
You do it for them.
Oh.
Next time it'll be the same thing.
Oh, honey. That's what I'm for.
That's not what you're for.
Well.
Those kids depend on you for everything.
Well, you know something? I like being depended on.
They just don't think. They don't use their heads.
Please, now, Paul, we have a big, beautiful, glorious day ahead of us. Don't let's spoil it. Now, come on, sit down. Let's go.
Chris, I've decided to go in.
Why? I mean, you hadn't had a long weekend in weeks. And we planned...
I know, but there are things.
What kind of things?
Well, business. It's there, you know. It's a fact, like the wind.
Oh. Is it wearing thin, Paul?
Of course not. Marry me, Chris. Marry me quick.
I want to. You know I want to.
You know, there for about an hour on Friday, I was batting 1,000. Oh, I don't say they loved me, but they tolerated me. Then I made a grave mistake. I made the mistake of telling Binky your shorts were too short.
Well, you were right.
Tight.
They were too short and they were too tight.
And about a half an hour later, the twins were hollering, "Get off my back," in 2-part harmony. I had suggested that they stop dividing their homework.
Look, would it have been any different if we were married? Now, honestly, would it be any different?
Yes, it would. Now, here I'm trying to win their approval. If I don't fit in, they can send me back like a sweater.
I know how you feel, but look, they are a fact, too, just like the wind. And, Paul, I must know that the people I love each other. I must know that.
Well, do they know that we love each other, or am I just good old big brother Paul, father without portfolio?
No, they know it's more than that.
I'm not so sure. I can't even look at you too long when they're around.
But look, Paul, it's their lives, too. Please, just a little more time. Just a little more time. Please.
Well, it's getting late and it's a long drive. I'd better get going.
Paul, you don't really have to go, do you?
Well, I'd better. I've been underfoot too long lately.
You mean, absence makes the heart grow fonder, huh?
You can't see the forest for the trees. There's some old chestnut like that.
Don't go. Please don't. This was our stay. Remember, it was supposed to be.
Well, until school's out, then I start performing again.
Paul, I love you.
Well, that's 1 down and 7 to go.
Vermont's a nice state. Just sort of sits up there and minds its own business.
Uh-huh.
Tall, green trees, quiet.
What?
Vermont, I like the word. It fits in the mouth. Vermont. Vermont.
I've never been there.
Vermont.
What? Wait a minute. What? What did you say, Vermont?
Yes, it's a state. It's known for its tall, green timbers, its ancient marble, and its tumbling mountain brooks.
Yes, well, I know what Vermont is, but what are you?
Now, most people would have said, who are you?
Oh?
That's very difficult to answer, but what are you? Intrinsic curiosity. I like that. I like you.
Thank you. What are you doing there?
Fish heads.
Fish heads?
Fish heads planted near the roots.
What for?
you find it odd that the American Indian and the Hindu followed this same unique custom?
No. Well, yes, Look, who told you to do that?
This tree.
Tree.
Look, do you see that underside of that small clump of branches right up there near the top? You notice that the silver satin sheen is turning brown.
Well, yes, but what about it?
Well, you can't let that happen.
I can't.
Well, yes, you can. And love turns, just like the leaves, and dies.
Well, I don't know exactly. What do you mean? What do you mean?
It's a love willow. In that tiny, mystic part of the world where this tree was born.
Oh, I planted this tree right here myself.
And you made the seed?
No. What do you want?
This willow to live. If the tree dies, love dies. Or so they believe in that remote little valley near the Bay of Bengal. That's why a willow stands alone in every garden of every home. New, fresh earth is packed around them twice a year, watered every single day. And fish heads, perfect fertilizer.
Thank you.
For what?
Oh, for the fish heads, I suppose.
My name is Gandy. That's spelled G-A-N-D-Y. It's like candy, only with the G up front. Would you like some bubble gum?
Oh, no, thank you. Well, Mr. Gandy, do I owe you anything?
No more than I owe you.
Oh.
A glass of cool water.
You would like one?
Yeah, I would. Maybe two.
Oh, well, of course. Come on into the kitchen. Well,
Oh.
here you are. Would you like another?
Well, I'd like to think about it a while before I have it.
Oh. Mr. Gandy, about the tree.
Oh, the Himalayan willow?
Yes, what made you notice it?
The lullabies.
The lullabies.
Yes. I had a very interesting conversation with the youngest one yesterday afternoon. She was curious about cottage cheese. She wanted to know why it was called cottage. I couldn't answer.
Yes, that's Maria, all right.
I sat out in front of your house for an hour or better yesterday. I was intrigued with the flow of traffic in and out of this house. It's like an anthill.
Yes.
Young, energetic, eager minds pursuing the cotton candy of life. I believe I counted 6.
7 there are,
Oh.
but one's away at school.
Well, and that's all the more reason.
For what?
And keeping the love willow alive.
Oh, how nice. How very nice. Mr. Gandy, would you like me to fix you something to eat?
Oh, no. I got some raisins. Would you like a raisin?
No, I don't think so.
No?
Well, yes, I guess I would. Thank you.
I'd say about a quarter an hour. That's 6 gallons a day.
What?
That faucet.
Oh.
Like time down the drain.
But you don't have to bother about it, though, Mr. Gandy. I mean, I can get a plumber to come in.
I was thirsty once. Have you ever been thirsty?
No, not really.
Well, thirst, like love, has to be quenched quite frequently or it becomes painful.
Yes. You seem to know a great deal about love, Mr. Gandy.
Well, what else is there?
Nothing, really. Nothing.
Took me 67 years to learn that.
Are you 67?
No, I just like the number 67. It's a good round number, don't you think? It's 67. Try it. 67.
Well, you certainly don't seem that old.
Well, it doesn't take any talent to grow old. All you have to do is sit and wait.
You are not old.
Well, I don't wait.
No.
He's not your husband.
Is it so obvious?
Like hiccups in church.
You know, I certainly didn't think I was going to do any laughing today.
It's the salt and tears that dries out the soul and burns it up.
You saw me crying.
No, I heard you. And you said, I love you. It was sad music. A lone oboe on a wet night.
I saw him slip away a little bit this morning. That hurts.
How can you open a heart that isn't slightly broken?
I don't know.
He's got an ulcer?
A masterpiece. How did you know?
What he wanted to say, he stayed inside and kind of...
Oh, yes, yes. How are you at repairing ulcers?
Well, most of my life I spent working in a library. I found the books on medicine the most baffling. I could never bring myself to think of the heart as a pump.
Oh.
Well, the water was good. Time is short and the sink is fixed.
Oh, you're going?
I don't wait.
Well, Mr. Gandy, the cupboard door in the kitchen won't stay closed, and there are lots of little things around the house that need
Yes,
fixing.
I think I'll like Vermont. Good luck with that tree.
Oh, yeah. Is this where you live?
As I got tired of having to go somewhere else in order to be home.
Oh. Mr. Gandy, don't go to Vermont.
Now, plenty of water on that Willow.
Oh.
When the tide rushes in like a ship on the shore and rolls back and the sea is forevermore.
Hello. Well, how was Vermont?
I didn't go.
Oh.
I came back for my second glass of water.
Oh. Well, I'm afraid the branch is dead, Mr. Gandy.
Yeah. Well, it won't help to cut it out.
Well, it'll help me. I won't have to look at it.
A dead branch is better than an empty space.
Oh.
Fish heads.
Yeah, well, they didn't do much good, and I watered it every day, just like you said.
Dear lady, you must visit the invisible temple of faith. It's the house of pure magic, no sorcerer.
Well, that's beautiful.
Yeah, well, beauty begins down here at the roots. Come on down off your ladder.
Oh.
Definitely more fish heads. I got a new batch, 2 perch, a trout, a red snapper, and 3 wide-mouthed bass.
May I plant them?
Yeah, it's your tree. Go right ahead.
Thank you. Oh, I was hoping you'd come back, Mr. Gandy. It's been a long week.
And
long and lonely.
Tuesday, I rode along the Connecticut shore. Deeper, much deeper.
Oh, yeah.
I listened to the sea. It was restless. So was I. I didn't know why.
Is that deep enough?
Yeah, put in 2.
Oh. Oof. They look at you.
Wednesday, I met a boy that could whistle through his teeth. Like a muted violin. I had to learn. Oh, that's remarkable.
I had 2 brothers.
Oh. When I heard that lonely boy whistle, I thought about you. Thursday, I fished.
Friday, you're here. Thank you.
I came to listen. Tell me about him.
Well, I love him. Like a schoolgirl, I love him. But I'm not a schoolgirl. I'm a mother with 7 children, and I want them to love him, too.
And the children?
Oh, they're wild, obstreperous, noisy, glorious. They're children.
Yeah, the world's greatest lovers.
But you know something? They like to play games. They seem to enjoy teasing him, you know.
Love is a pearl that grows out of pain and time.
But I waited till Wednesday. He didn't call. So the schoolgirl called him. It was an awfully hollow sound on that phone. It was like a lot of dead air between us, you know. It's Friday. He's usually here by this time. You know, the schoolgirl wanted to go out and stand on one of the corners, hoping he'd catch a glimpse of her as he went by. Well, the girl didn't have anybody to talk to about it. And schoolgirls have to talk, you know. Schoolgirl wants to cry.
Well, drop a few tears in with the fish heads. Their eyes are dry.
Oh, I so hoped he'd come before the kids got home. Just for a few minutes, just a few. It's so different when we're alone. He's different and I'm different.
Well, maybe you have said the answer.
What do you mean?
Love is a light. You have to be in it to be seen and to see.
Mom! They're home!
Okay, Bink. Okay, honey. Well, the fish heads are planted. Now what?
You know.
Oh, that invisible temple of faith, huh? Wow. Mr. Gandy, why don't you stay for dinner? The children would love it. And we're having macaroni and cheese and raisin pie.
Well.
Do you know that's Paul's favorite, too? Oh, I want you to meet Paul if he comes and... Oh. No, not if he comes. When he comes, huh? Well, how about a cocktail? I'd like one.
A water glass of good brandy will do the trick.
Oh, well. Oh, well, that's very simple thing to take care of. It's Paul, Mr. Gandy, and I'm shaking like a leaf.
That's what I call results.
The weekend?
No, it is not all right. Hello, Paul.
But, Mother, what's the matter with Betty and Socky?
Nothing, honey, just no.
But, Mother, it's absolutely imperative.
I said no, Binky.
Oh, but,
Your mother said no. N-O, no.
I heard her, Mr. Belzer.
You don't act like it, Miss Massey.
Getting absolutely painful around
That's enough,
here.
Binky. Paul, there's a new man in my life. Mr. Gandy, I would like you to meet him.
Well, I certainly hope he doesn't try to take over around here. Mom, excuse me. Oh, hi, Mr. B. Mom, there's something I have to show you.
Oh, it's nice bed.
Angry about the blood.
I'll be glad when I get big enough to meet people.
So will
Night,
I.
Mr. Gandy. Night, Mr. B. Night, Mommy.
Good night,
I was thinking of
sweetheart.
writing your experiences.
That would be like trying to edit the telephone book and strike out the names that don't count.
Go on, Mr. Gandy.
Come on and sit over here, Mr. Gandy.
Oh. Well, when the old man died, he left no will. Only an envelope sealed with crimson wax. And on the outside, he had written, to my sons, discover the secret of this note, and you will discover the secret of the world, and you'll inherit a fortune. But when they opened the note, the boys found nothing but a blank sheet of paper. That's all. Two of the sons got angry, and they cursed their old father, and they left. But that third son, he studied that blank sheet of paper. But he couldn't figure out what it was, so he took it to a friend of his who was a scientist. Yes. And the scientist knew what he was doing, so he heated it over a flame. And suddenly, writing appeared. And there it was, the secret of the world, right before their very eyes.
What did it say?
Oh, it said, this is the story of love. It is written in invisible ink. Those who can read it are richer than kings.
Well, that's all?
That's enough.
He's kissing her right under my window.
Who's kissing who?
Mr. B is kissing Mama.
What? Kissing her?
I heard voices. I saw them. I'm gonna watch.
What'll we do?
Mom, don't make noise before you go out.
Wait. That sign on the door. Invisible ink. Do not disturb. Watch if you must, but do not disturb.
Chris,
Paul,
I
you
was
were
wrong.
No. You were
No,
right,
I was
Paul.
selfish and impatient.
You selfish.
Yes, me. I didn't take into consideration.
No, it was I who didn't take it into consideration,
Chris,
Paul,
I've thought about it all week.
Well, so have I thought about it all week, and I just don't...
Chris, Don't you want to hear what I thought about?
I do want to hear what you thought about it, but I don't want you to blame yourself.
Well, Chris,
for something
I'm the one that has to make the
Paul.
adjustment.
Gee, looks like a movie.
You know that your face is on the wallpaper in my room? It is. It is.
I know there's a window washer in our building that looks like you.
Oh, you
I saw it.
silly thing. Oh, I've forgotten how lonesome feels. It's deep and it's gray and it's damp, and I don't ever want to feel that way again, Paul, ever.
There's never anything else but you, Chris, only you. As for your children...
No. It's not my children anymore. It's ours. Our children. You know, I've been afraid I've been keeping you all to myself, just like a locked diary. I've been showing you to them, but I haven't been sharing. And I think it's time that I did that, Paul.
She loves him. He loves her.
She looks beautiful. Yeah.
I feel like crying.
Go ahead. Your world is rich and full of beauty. Watch it spread its wings. Remember this rare moment of love.
I don't think we should watch anymore.
We'll tell them together.
When? Chris, I'm nervous. What if they don't like it?
Oh, Paul, love is a pearl, Mr. Gandy says. It grows out of pain and time. It'll be wonderful watching you find each other. Really, it will.
I love you.
Yes, I know. And it'll rub off on them if we let it. Let's go in now.
Boy, have we been a bunch of stoops.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Oh, well, children, Mr. B and I have something that we want to say to you. It's very wonderful and...
Oh, we know.
You know what?
Well, Maria saw you kiss from her window.
We saw too, and heard.
You spied on us?
Oh, well, Mr. Gandy let us. Well, just for a minute.
May I ask what Mr. Gandy has to do with this?
Well, I'm afraid too much. Where is he?
Oh, he's gone to Vermont. He said he couldn't wait.
I don't know whether I like this or not.
We do.
Yeah, we do, Mom. We sure do.
Mr. Gandy said there's little enough love in the world. None of it should be hidden. Oh, Mom, I'm sorry. We're such a stupid. Mr. B, what me? I'm so church you can't put
I think you have a pretty face.
Well, I guess it's mushmill from here on. I love you, darling.
Love, as any delicate thing, must be nurtured and protected in order to grow. Well, good night. And we'll see you next week.